Oh, but I
Caleb.
do.
Yeah, let me have this,
I
Ricky.
talk with you. We are talking about the movie Concrete Cowboy, which starts streaming Friday, Netflix. We've got Ricky Staub, who grew up in Philadelphia. So I really want to know what made you, to pick Philadelphia. Did you know the story of the Fletcher Street Cowboys? And how'd you get interest to
Oh
agree
man,
to be in it?
that was magic. No, well, I so my production company is actually based in Philadelphia, less than a mile from Fletcher Street, and I launched it in 2011 with a mission to be able to hire adults returning home from incarceration. And so the first cowboy I met, his name is Eric Miller. He was actually home for a week and told the judge that he already purchased a horse, which I found fascinating. And so he was really my way into the community, to understanding the heart of Fletcher Street and learning about their community and what they were going through. And, from a filmmaking standpoint, it's very visually arresting to see cowboys riding through North Philly. So that hooked me. But then, when I started to understand the heart behind the story, and, I genuinely, Philadelphia is like my muse. I think it's the most beautiful, wonderful place ever to film and to live. So yeah, it checked all the boxes for me.
Wow. This movie is kind of like a coming of age told, with the horses, which you don't think is unusual, but you see this young man, which is played by Caleb, coming of age. And, when teenagers are in that teenage stage, they're a little rebellious and they think that their parents don't know anything and why are you making me do this? But this coming of age story is so important because I think people are going to really get the grips and the grasp this story as compared to their own lives.
Yeah. Oh, you're asking me? Sorry.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask Ricky first, but Caleb, for you played this young man, right?
Yeah.
You're coming of age, and your dad, I just giggled because you would just look at him with your character like, why are you making me do this? You're so mean, but when you go to the other side of this, it just shows your bond with your dad and how you grew up. What do you think most teens will get out of this?
Man, I feel like a lot of people could relate to Cole in a way of just kind of trying to find yourself. He didn't know who he was. I mean, I'm still trying to find myself as well, just growing up as an adolescent. But this was that summer where it was forced upon him. Like, he wasn't going to find this on his own. It was his mother that kind of put him in that situation. Lorraine, for like his spiritual guide. Nessie, she was his spiritual guide. And then his father, he didn't want that relationship with him. Smush. And just being in Fletcher Street and his horse Boo, and like a saying that everyone says a lot, it takes a village, and this Fletcher Street was the village for Cole. And I think a lot of teenagers will see this film and realize that they can't do it on their own. They need people. They need everyone in their life to help them cultivate who they are as a person. And I think and then they're just gonna learn a lot about just Philly and the culture down there and the horses.
Did you know anything about horses?
I mean, I knew of them. I mean, I know about the horses, like who doesn't, but like not the way I learned about horses on filming this project. The last time I rode a horse was my sister's 6th birthday party, but just being in Philly amongst the natives of Philadelphia and working with horses, I had a different understanding, a new respect for horses, learning them and them learning me, building a bond and working with them every day on set. So yeah, it was a different experience.
We're talking Concrete Cowboy. It starts streaming on Netflix this Friday. You're working with Jarrell Jerome, who is an amazing talent. Method Man. This cast is amazing. What was that like?
Oh man, it was intimidating because coming off the project, like every day was like, all right, who's gonna be on it? And then it was like, oh, Jarrell, and then it was like Lorraine, Method, and I knew Idris was gonna be on it. And working with Ricky, I respected everyone as actors on the film. So I know I've done some work, but I put all that to the side, and it was like, this is something new and different. I have to make sure I'm on my A game and I can, I'll do my thing. So it was an experience. It definitely challenged me as an actor and a person, and brought me to a different level and matured me.
When you think about Stranger Things, when you think about the New Edition story, so many of us feel, Caleb, like, we know you, we know him.
Yeah.
Good luck in all that you do. Is Ricky still on?
Yeah, no, yeah, he's here.
Okay. Ricky, can we thank you for bringing this story, the Fletcher Street Cowboys, so that people can see? I think that families will get so much from it. This setting, this learning, it takes a village. Absolutely. For our children. And you're seeing that in Concrete Cowboy. I enjoyed this movie. Ricky, thank you so much for your vision.
Welcome.
Caleb, we love you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good luck in all that you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So nice to meet you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Patty.